I'm Ashna, and don't worry, I'm not just some uptight marine biologist here to talk to you about the degradation and pollution of oceans and marine life. Well, I am here to do that, but a couple years ago, I used to be a party girl myself. A couple years ago, I was a party girl just like all of you guys. I used to leave paper products on the beaches, plastic in the water. I used to let animals suffocate to death, choking on all these horrible things I was doing. I never cleaned up after myself. It's great to have fun, but you know what's more important? Having good, clean fun. And I don't just mean that in the legal way. I mean that in the environmentally conscious way. Now I'm going to hit you with the real info. So basically, pollution. We understand that there's a lot of plastic and paper pollution that's happening directly on the beaches, and that's really problematic. One way to prevent that, stop littering, be more conscious, put more trash cans and recycling bins on the beach. However, there are social and economic issues that are far more systematic and harder to prevent. In Los Angeles, big beach, there are lots of beaches in Los Angeles, etc., etc. It's a beach city, but there's also a very large homeless population. There's a place called Skid Row. Around 18,000 people live in this area, homeless people, and 5,000 of them are on the streets. And so, as you can imagine, this place is very dense with pollution. This place is very dense with littering, dense with bodily fluid. It's not a very hygienic area, and all of this waste, instead of being disposed of in an environmentally friendly way, because there are not the funds to do it, what ends up happening is it's deposited right in the ocean. And this is horrible because not only are the beaches being hurt, the marine life is being hurt, and while you might be saving a pretty penny right here, what ends up happening is the economic impacts of cleaning up all this pollution, insane. We actually don't have the money to clean up the oceans, and so what ends up happening is you have to fish more because some of the fish have been strangled to death by plastic, or the toxic things that have been put in the water are killing off the marine life, and so you have to overfish in hopes that you get like a good amount of fish that are like good enough to sell. And so if you don't do that, fishermen are leaving their jobs, and then if you do that, then you're killing off the marine life. And so this is a social issue due to like the whole systematic homeless aspect of it, and then it's also an economic issue in regards to cleaning it up part. And so some ways to prevent this aspect of pollution is basically to start being more environmentally conscious. If we start initiatives in which we can inform people, that would be helpful. If we started allocating more money to cleaning up places like Skid Row, or creating like a recycling initiative, or maybe even people who recycle get 25 cents back for something they do. That would obviously help the people there because they're homeless, they need money, and it would also prevent the pollution later on. And in the end, you're saving money because if you prevent the damage from being done, you're honestly spending less money fixing it. If we just make an effort to stop littering so much, if we make an effort to use more environmentally friendly products that can degrade over time, if we make an effort to stop depositing trash in water, if we make an effort to start recycling initiatives, etc., what we can do is we can prevent the long-term economic downfalls of having to clean up beaches. We can prevent the killing of lots of marine life. We can prevent the job layoffs of many fishermen, of people with coastal jobs, and we can also, if we start like environmental initiatives in regards to paying money to people who recycle, like in homeless areas like Skid Row, we would also be improving the social lives and the social issues of these areas by making them slightly more affluent or giving them the means to leave the dire situations that they're in. Thank you.